Animator. Animator. Someone who creates animated characters and visual effects for films, video games, or other multimedia projects. The animator brought the fantasy world to life with vibrant and engaging animations. Zoologist. Zoologist. A scientist who specializes in the study of animals and their behavior. The zoologist conducted research on endangered species. Cartographer. Cartographer. A person who creates maps and charts. The cartographer mapped out uncharted territories. Astronaut. Astronaut. A trained space traveler who participates in space missions. The astronaut conducted experiments aboard the International Space Station. Forensic scientist. A scientist who investigates and analyzes evidence in criminal cases. The forensic scientist solved the murder mystery. Pilot. Pilot. A person who operates an aircraft and navigates flights. The pilot announced we had reached our destination. Waiter or waitress. A server who takes orders and serves food in a restaurant. The waiter brought our meals to the table. Teacher. Teacher. An educator who imparts knowledge and skills to students. The teacher taught English to the world. Human Resources Manager. Professional responsible for managing an organization's workforce. The Human Resources Manager conducted job interviews. Kinesiologist. Kinesiologist. Studies how the body moves and works. The kinesiologist helps athletes move better and avoid injuries. Paleontologist. A scientist who studies fossils and prehistoric life. The paleontologist discovered a dinosaur skeleton. Salesperson. Salesperson. A representative who sells products or services to customers. The salesperson recommended the latest smartphone. Ethologist. A scientist who studies animal behavior in their natural habitats. The ethologist observed the social interactions of cheetahs. Ergonomist. A specialist who designs and evaluates products and systems for human use. The ergonomist improved the office chairs designed for better comfort. Fashion designer. A professional who creates clothing and fashion collections. The fashion designer showcased their latest designs. Dentist. A medical professional who cares for teeth and oral health. The dentist filled a cavity in my tooth. Doctor. Doctor. A medical practitioner who diagnoses and treats illnesses. The doctor prescribed medication for the flu. Horticulturist. Horticulturist. An expert in plant cultivation and gardening. The horticulturist cultivated a variety of rare flowers. Hairdresser. Hairdresser. A person who cuts, styles, and colors hair. The hairdresser gave her a trendy haircut. Hunting guide. Hunting guide. An experienced professional who leads individuals or groups on hunting expeditions. The hunting guide led a successful trip through the wilderness. Meteorologist. Meteorologist. A scientist who studies and predicts weather patterns. The meteorologist forecasted rain for the weekend. Survival instructor. An expert who teaches skills and techniques for surviving in challenging outdoor conditions. The survival instructor demonstrated how to build a shelter in the wilderness. Assistant. Assistant. A person who helps and supports someone else in their work or tasks. The assistant manages scheduling and organizes meetings for the executive. Carpenter. Carpenter. A person who constructs and repairs wooden structures. The carpenter built custom furniture. Musician, musician. A person who plays musical instruments or composes music. The musician played a beautiful melody on the piano. Ornithologist. A scientist who specializes in the study of birds. The ornithologist identified rare bird species. Electrician. Electrician. A skilled worker who installs and maintains electrical systems. The electrician fixed the wiring in our house. Web developer. A professional who builds websites and web applications. The web developer created an interactive website. Event planner. A person who organizes and coordinates events and gatherings. The event planner arranged a successful wedding. Marine biologist. A scientist who studies marine life and ecosystems. The marine biologist researched coral reefs. Editor. Editor. A person who reviews and revises content such as written articles or video footage to improve its quality. The editor polished the manuscript before it went to print. Producer. Producer. A person responsible for the financial and practical aspects of making a movie, TV show, or other entertainment projects. The producer secured funding for the upcoming film. Florist. Florist. A person who arranges and sells flowers and plants. The florist created a beautiful bouquet. Barista. A person who prepares and serves coffee and espresso. The barista made a perfect cappuccino. Writer. Writer. A person who produces written content such as books, articles, or scripts. The writer published a best-selling novel. Arborist. Arborist. An expert in the care and maintenance of trees. The arborist assessed the health of the old oak tree in the park. Seismologist. A scientist who studies earthquakes and seismic activity. The seismologist monitors tectonic plate movements. Baker. Baker. A person who bakes and sells bread and pastries. The baker's fresh croissants are delicious. Actor. Actor. A person who performs on stage or in front of a camera. The actor received rave reviews for his performance. Photographer. Photographer. A person who takes and edits photographs. The photographer captured stunning landscapes. Landscaper. Landscaper. A professional who designs and maintains outdoor landscapes. The landscaper created a beautiful garden. Interior designer. A person who plans and designs the layout and decor of interior spaces. The interior designer transformed the living room. Barber. Barber. A person who cuts and styles hair. The barber gave me a sharp haircut. Security guard. Security guard. A person responsible for protecting property and ensuring safety. The security guard monitored the premises. Journalist. Journalist. A writer or reporter who covers news and events. The journalist interviewed the mayor. Scientist. Scientist. A researcher who studies and conducts experiments. The scientist made a groundbreaking discovery. Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. A person who starts and operates a business. The entrepreneur founded a successful tech startup. Veterinarian. Veterinarian. A healthcare professional who cares for animals. The veterinarian treated an injured turtle. Occupational therapist. A healthcare professional who helps patients with physical and mental disabilities. The occupational therapist assisted in rehabilitation. Historian. Historian. A scholar who researches and documents historical events. The historian wrote a comprehensive book on ancient civilizations. Astronomer. Astronomer. A scientist who studies celestial objects and the universe. The astronomer discovered a new galaxy. Geologist. Geologist. A scientist who studies the Earth's physical structure and processes. The geologist examined rock formations.